Let's get back with round two with Jonny McGovern. What came next after the albums and the parties in New York? What came up?
Right after this, I did a couple more videos, and I started a podcast called Gay Pimp with Jonny McGovern, which was a big success. I still record with the cast today on my Patreon, which is patreon.com/gayest of all time. That podcast in some form or another now has been running for like 17 years.
Wait. There were podcasts 17 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, 2005 is when I started it.
Wow.
Exactly.
I just heard
exactly. Sweetie, I'm always about 10 years too early for everything, okay? I had a viral video before there was a YouTube and before anybody, before all the money would fall at you. If I had that video today, I would actually be a pop star. But then people were like, internet, I don't know. Same thing. I had a top 10 podcast on iTunes during an era where people were like, podcast, never heard of it. So, and the next natural thing was to be 10 years early with a gay comedy TV series. I was on the big gay sketch show on Logo for 3 seasons by Rosie O'Donnell.
Okay, what happened to that? Because I really enjoyed that show. Because I've always enjoyed the variety shows growing up, as you did, absorbing all of that culture, and I really enjoyed that sketch show because it was about us. So what happened to that? That only lasted 3 seasons.
Logo at the time didn't have a huge viewership. And, I think it just lasted as long as they had a budget for it. And then that was it. So
now, did you write your material? Did you write your material for that?
I had some of my characters got in there, but mostly the show was shot in like a month. So we would do a whole season in a month. So the people would start writing before we got there. We would probably have like a 5-minute session to kind of like, here's all my ideas. Please put me in as many sketches as you can. And then you either got them on or you didn't. I didn't think that I really got a lot of my personal ideas across on that show. I would have liked to have been able to do what, of course, someone else did later. Andy Samberg did on SNL, where the music videos were what I was contributing. But I met a lot of great friends, and it definitely opened doors for me. And got to meet a lot of fun celebrities, and it's always fun to be on TV.
Well, I think that probably introduced you to an audience outside of New York and who weren't able to go to the gay clubs and see your videos. So that, to me, that was when I first noticed you was on that show.
Yeah, I had a great time, and I'm still very close with Julie Goldman from the cast, and we just finished working together just the other day.
Very good, very good. What's happening now? What's going on in your life, Jonny?
Well, I've been doing my talk show, Hey Queen, and it's multiple spin-offs for the last 8 years.
And we have a clip of that. Let's watch that before we start talking.
Okay.
About it. Roll that, Russell.
Are you ready to get into it?
Hey Queen, welcome to Hey Queen. Okay, here comes the tea, people. So y'all don't know this tea.
I don't know if I'm allowed to tell this, but I want to anyway.
Just tell me.
Okay. I know that's your favorite thing.
This might be my tea, but let me find your tea. This is what trying too hard is.
My one line y'all could tap.
Hey, Jim.
I'm an egg, I'm a square and boozle, I'm a raw them.
Fresh tilapia to fresh caviar.
Oh, look at her. That's a legend.
Look at her.
Look at her.
We have an Emmy Award winner in the house, everyone.
That was really Liza. I thought that was some fucking broken down drag queen.
Shade! You want me to argue about drag and race with RuPaul on RuPaul's Drag Race. Now I got
Hey, for the record,
Yes.
That is not my penis.
Everything's
I
yeah!
can't believe you're telling this story.
She wouldn't care. Wash them nasty asses. Trash.
Turning the Violet Chachki t-shirt
This is
into
what
a
I had.
tourniquet.
It's iconic. Look, I wasn't gonna rip my skirt. That actually costs money. So no.
It's real. It's happening.
Bitch, I fucking stomped my way through every party in this town, and they couldn't wait to give me a booking.
Cheers to your gagging them all.
Thank you.
Are you ready, Becky?
Hey Queen Season 7 premiere starts now.
Oh my God.
Hey, Queen.
That's why I don't have a couch on my show. We have something in common. Sherry Vine has been a guest on my show up two times, or maybe three. But what a wonderful person she is, and she just got back from Israel. She's making all kinds of appearances everywhere. She was one of the first ones to get back out there, and she had her own comedy sketch show on during the pandemic as well. So can't keep the good girls down.
Yeah, I love her. I know her from back in the days when I was throwing parties. I was on her old sketch show, and I really enjoy her new one now. So yeah, she's great. Hey Queen's been running now for 8 seasons. That was the promo for season 7 about a year and a half ago, or more than that now because of the pandemic. But yeah, it's become kind of the go-to place for queer artists, especially the stars of the moment, which are the queens from RuPaul's Drag Race. It's kind of become their, it's like a Johnny Carson type situation where they come to give their full story, because sometimes they get edited in a way that they don't necessarily feel they've gotten to tell their whole truth. So we became sort of a go-to stop for cast members on that show, and the rise of our show was also at the time when those drag queens started to really become the big gay celebrities like we've never really had before, where you could become an overnight star literally the minute the cast was announced. So we were, again, early on that. Now everybody's doing that format. But yeah, it was a great place to be.
I've had 3 of the RuPaul girls on, Charlie Hides, Miss Kasha Davis, and last week we had Tammy Brown on, and they are great to talk to, and it's nice to see them out of that box that sometimes it appears that they're in during RuPaul. So have you interviewed RuPaul?
Yes, RuPaul was my first guest. RuPaul was the first guest. This was at a very rare time where RuPaul was in between the super hyper billionaire famous that he is now, where he was just sort of medium famous. So we had talked before and I knew he liked my work. So I just sent him an email. I was like, hey, I'm doing the show, going to be chatting with people I really admire. And he was like, sure. And he came and had, it was like, with RuPaul, the sunshine shines on you for those moments, and you have to just take it and accept it and enjoy it. We had a blast with him, and he was very sweet and supportive to come on the show when it was brand new, like when it was just like a futon with a piece of sparkle fabric over it and a card table with a fake flowers. The early version of the show was very rickety. So that was very sweet, and we'll always have the footage.
Johnny, what would you like to do next? Where do you see yourself doing in 5 years or 10 years, or what do you want to do? I'm the producer. What do you want to do, Johnny?
Well, I've actually just finished producing a new reality competition show. We're working with Out TV, which is the LGBTQ network in Canada, because Hey Queen as a studio has produced about 7 or 8 different series. We did a drag game show called Drag Fan. We do a gossip panel show called Hot Tea. So I had an idea in about 2010 to do a reality competition show for Go-Go Boys, since I've worked with so many of them over the years, and they kind of are like the other side of the coin to drag queens. They pull looks, they have drama, they have a lot of their own things. They're great to look at. And so we just finished filming the first season of it. And I'm literally right after this, I'll open my computer back up and start going through all the footage and all the interviews. It's definitely a new experience to do this type of show. We shot it very, very fast. But honey, there's drama, there's looks, there's twists, and somebody's gonna win $10,000. So it's a very a really fun project. So I'm living. I'd love to see that go on for many seasons and be sold like Drag Race to other countries where I can record video message like greetings, go-go's, and then I can stay home and get fat and take my money, and that would be great.
I would love that. And if you ever need a guest host, I'd be happy to join the panel.
Sounds good, Amber. I bet you are expert on that.
I can do that. I put a few dollar bills in a few pouches before.
Mm-hmm. I see you.
Anything else other than the reality show? Anything Broadway? Movies?
Oh, I mean, there's so many things I'd like to do. I'd love to get back on TV. I have a movie that I want to write once I'm finished with this. And I might even go back in the studio to record new music. So mostly it's about just continuing to be creative and have fun with it. We're in a time now, Amber, where everyone is famous, okay? The barista at Starbucks has 3 million views on TikTok. So really the only thing that you can do now, because I spent a lot of my life being like, can't wait to be famous. I can't wait to be famous. Well, now everyone's famous. So you really have to just find your joy and, what makes you happy in the creativity of creating the work. So that's where I'm focused at. But I'd like to be rich and on TV.
Well, I tell you what, Jonny, I found my joy and my happiness this past half hour talking to you. That's for sure. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us here on Amber Live, and best wishes on everything. And I'd like some of the outtakes of the Go-Go Boys if possible.
Sweetie, that's probably its own series on the side because there's a lot of stuff.
What would it be instead of Untucked? What would it be?
I'll have to think about that. I mean, if you have a great idea, let me know.
Free balling.
Your idea.
Free ball. That's it. Thank you so much, Jonny McGovern. Good luck. I hope our paths cross again. Thank you.
My pleasure, Amber. Great time talking to you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.